You get? So that is why sometimes you'll be dating a cute lady. Wewe mwenyewe unajua tu huyo wakachiri. Huyo unajua nataka tule in 3 months na msurprise na tao anaenda anasongwa. But you see outside there. No, you see.
I was about to say that is an injustice to cute ladies, but unachoma.
Say kuna which hairstyle inakosa
lions matuta zieke gel.
Isn't it nene abuja ama nishikamu ama whatever those was.
But abuja is
left
not
the chat.
You see, and those are the things that you see. That one is what will now make a man be like, umdema kona lipstick. You see, check this out. So by the time naku approach, I'm like, hapa mazee. Alafu ati nimseme nampeleka kibandaski first date. Hata hizi.
Hi guys, I'm Janet Kaluki.
I'm Furaha Hesketh, and welcome back to the Love Corner Show,
where we talk about issues, love, and life by sharing our stories, experiences, and perspectives.
And today, we are joined by a very special guest. We'll allow him to introduce himself. Welcome.
Hi everyone, Gilbert Asuri is my name, community strategist and social commentator.
Interesting. You're actually the right guest to have today.
Thank you.
Welcome on set. Mm-hmm. So how are you guys feeling about today? Furaha, you seem tense. Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay?
I'm very okay.
All right, guys. Today we want to discuss about the story that is ongoing on the social media about the Russian guy with Kenyan women. Yeah, that's what we are talking about. Yes, and before we get into it, I want to ask a question. When you're cheating and then you're caught, are you a victim or it's just an oops injustice?
I wasn't meant to be caught.
So it's an oops?
Yes, supposed to be an oops.
Oh my God.
Well, is it really an oops?
It is what it is.
I think there's usually the risk of being caught, even from the beginning.
Yeah.
So you're also not a victim. You are an active participant. So please wear your crown. Yeah.
I share the same sentiments. So when you're cheating, know that maybe today is your 40th day and you might be caught. So just be prepared mentally. And I think people act like, oh my God. But in some way, it was supposed to come.
Now I'm very curious about your views on cheating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm very curious about your views on cheating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As in cheating, for me, it's a line that we don't have to cross. Yeah. Okay. There is no negotiation there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think it's a broad thing when you talk of cheating. Mm-hmm. Because one, I think there needs to be an aspect of understanding. Yeah? Because each relationship is built differently. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. And I think there is a need to actually define what cheating means within the relationship. Yeah, because you might find that there are people that find that flirting is not cheating because I've just been flirting. I haven't been intimate with the person.
But you're entertaining someone else.
And that's why I'm saying it's important.
Seeking someone else's attention.
My views.
You should. If I'm your girl, it's me who should get that attention. You should keep telling me my hair is good even when it's not.
And I'm not saying that flirting is not cheating, right? That's what I'm saying. You see, there's some other people who will be like, if you're dating someone and maybe your colleague just saw you and then they didn't get time to actually compliment you at work. And then you're home and they drop you a text like, hi Janet, today you are looking gorgeous, right? So does that warrant cheating to your partner. I think those are things that you really need to set forth.
Yeah.
True. Oh, that's a good.
Yeah.
It's a valid point.
You and your person have to sit and decide
What is
cheating
in your own
in
relationship?
your own relationship. Yeah.
Got it.
Because probably if you are a celebrity, compliments and all that is what you live for, because hapo ndo brand zinakuja na vitu kama hivyo. I'm not justifying anything.
That's how you make your bread. All right. So what I want to hear your thoughts, guys. What do you think about this story? What made you angry, and about the whole saga? Yeah.
I have
Furaha,
to
you
sit
want
properly.
you want to start us off?
Well, maybe if it starts from me, I will kind of dilute the anger and blah, blah. Me, I just felt sad.
Why were you sad?
It was very sad. For me, I felt like it was too many moving parts. So on one hand, there is this person who is not from Kenya.
He's a foreigner.
He's a foreigner who came, and he was doing that to,
Kenyan
just
women.
picking women randomly, just like that. Because clearly, if you look at all those videos, it's not like there was like a type. It was any woman who is giving him attention. Yeah. Then on the other end, it's the woman was like, oh, so for all those women to easily go like that. And also the outburst of people on social media, everyone saying, hey, women should have standards. The other men saying, hey, by the way, tafuta pesa hii kitu utapata. It beats the whole point, and it just makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because it's just, well, it cannot be helped. And people are so used to pointing fingers and blaming, because clearly we have to blame someone for this, for us to not talk about the rot that makes all that possible. So for me, it was just sadness. Yeah.
Okay.
I think for me, it was an enlightening moment. And also, I don't get the conversation to be attacking women or to be kind of trying to stand for the man. But I think for me, it was an aspect of actually getting to see what the dating environment right now in Kenya looks like. Yes, because yes, we might say that the guy didn't have a type and all that, but you remember, even in all the women, one thing we will agree is that none of those women we saw in those videos was forced to do anything.
Yeah.
Right? It was totally consensual and also dependent on what other things the Russian guy used to lure the ladies. And most of us have assumed because of his color, right? And that he's not a local man.
Yeah.
He has money, right?
Yeah.
So I think those are also other things that might have influence. So, like I was saying, I think for me, the blame does not sit on one person. And then at this point, I do not think that there's someone to blame. Because you see, the point is, this thing was consensual. For me, I'm looking at it like it was more of a willing buyer, willing seller. Yeah.
What I'm going to say is that as women, the same voices we used to fight injustices when it's done to our women, we need to use the same voice to call out when we women do things that are not societal morally. Because as much as we want to fight the patriarchy and say that, oh, when a man cheats, it's okay. When a woman cheats, it's a problem. The men run the patriarchy. They are the bosses. And those are the same men we want them to marry us. So, akijua tu umekuwa na watu 20, he will not marry you. So who ends up losing? It's you as a woman. So in this situation, we are going to be handed the short... What is it called? I forgot the phrase. But in this scenario, what happens is that we are always going to be losers.
No, but that frames marriage as if it's a favor someone is doing to you for marrying you because they are the boss of patriarchy. So by them marrying you, they are doing you a favor.
There's
It's
no favor.
not.
There's no favor. Let's agree.
It's not about favor.
Let's agree. In marriage,
Let's just behave as women.
in marriage, it's all about governance.
Governance.
Yes. You see, and when I talk about governance is, you see, when you start telling me, babe, I don't want you to do this when you're going here, you're governing me. Right? Mm-hmm. You're governing me. And when I also start telling you that I don't want you to do this, is governor. And that's why in that relationship or in that marriage, there are always going to be non-negotiables.
Yeah. Definitely. Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. When we have non-negotiable, we are trying to govern each other and ensure that this is how we want to run our relationship. So in this one, there's no excuse, especially for the women that were actually married.
Yeah.
For the women that were actually married and they appeared in this Russian guy kind of thing that was trending. And also, in fact, you find that one took their husband's car, took themselves to the Russian guy. Just to point this, as Kenyan men, we are not jealous. We are not jealous. What we have a problem with is the aspect in which the local man was downgraded. That's our problem. It's not about jealousy because a woman or whoever can date whoever person they want, right? Because they have a right to that as long as they are consenting. But then the other issue is if we start downgrading the local man or the Kenyan man to an aspect where it's a bit of comparison. And as much as we want to run away from this, if you look at it, most of the women thought that dating this guy is going to be a leeway or a way out to a better life because of the currency. He's a mzungu, so they felt that. And we are not downplaying the power of currency, Kenyan shilling versus whatever, right? But then, at what cost were you actually going to get into this?
I think for me, I'd really want to understand the downgrading of our men, exactly.
Well, from the man's point of view, let me speak as a man. Huh? You see, we date our women. And we get to understand in terms of how sometimes you play hard, for lack of a better word.
Hard to get.
Right? But when you see at these videos, mtu anaongeleshwa saa hiyo
na
anaingia box wanaenda. You see? And then we start because it's not even in the Kenyan context. We hear that these guys are also in Ghana. You see? So in this aspect, then we do not want to put it as an aspect of racism and all that. As Kenyan men, we know that we should provide. Provision is key, and for you as a man. But then the problem is if the person's value is actually associated to their pockets.
Okay.
And the color of your skin.
And the color of your skin.
This scenario.
Yes.
Okay. I have seen Kenyan women being approached by Kenyan men and also going the same day. Not to say that that is the way things should be done or it is right. So that I've seen happened. And not even far, even within here.
So what are we saying? Are we saying now that Kenyans women are cheap to get, or it's easier
maybe
for
what,
you to...
Maybe what she's trying to imply, but...
No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say attraction is different. What attracts me as a woman is different from what someone else is attracted to as a woman.
Yeah.
What I know for a fact, women are attracted to first, if you're competent in whatever you're doing, kind of.
But in this scenario, it was because of the
for
status.
them it is perceived because you are a mzungu. So already the thing that you are saying, when I say a mzungu, I see foreign money. For foreign money, to me, it feels, well, you had to do something for you to earn your foreign money. So already that to me, you can take care of me. The same way women want providers. So you are a mzungu, the color of your skin gives you an added advantage. In this, in fact, hata ukikuja huyu na huyu, it is me to just say, you mzungu, you're not my type. But if all you're my types, then it is okay.
So you might not be, you mzungu, you might not be my type, but just because you have money now, you can change my mind.
But how do you know the mzungu is not their type? The women.
I think what I got from this whole thing as Kenyan women, I think we've become so materialistic in that when you see a man who is a mzungu, you think like, oh, he's going to upgrade my life. I'm going to move from like where I'm living. You know, my status in the society is going to change.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Okay, yes,
'Cause
that is true.
I think that is actually the driving force in all of this.
Yes, that is true. But also, it is the thing of colonization. Because let me tell you, not even just to women. Enter a place, there is a Muzungu man seated there, and you will see how everyone is trying to align everything to be according to the standard of that Mzungu. I'm not saying the women were wrong, but I'm saying it could be a cultured thing since when we were colonized to see Mzungu is superior above us, and women are not different. They also saw the same thing, and because of what they know, they said, oh, this one looks superior than the husband that I have in the house.
No, it's not even about this one being superior. It's about the material, what he can provide in their mind,
And
what they perceived he could offer. Could offer a better house, a better car, ama a car if you don't have one.
comparison. and to be sincere, when comparison comes, takes place, anyone is bound to react negatively. And this is just to put into context the way she was saying and what you're saying, that maybe this person can offer better. You see, in the Kenyan context, when you have a car, it's like umetoboa maze, ushatoka block, right? And we have this, that is the notion. And then you have this lady who literally took her husband's car.
So it means to her money was not the thing.
Right? So what do we say there? Because even if it's comparison, now think of what that husband is thinking. The disrespect, like you even took my own car to take yourself to another man.
Yeah.
Right? And I think this is what is bringing now issues. We have no issue because, yes, like we understand, every person, and I mean every woman would want to date someone who is financially stable. Financial stability
Soft
is key.
life.
Right? Soft life, status, name all those, right?
Baby girl treatment.
See, it's coming out.
I want to fly.
but you guys, no, let me tell you, there is a reason as to why women want that. It is because, well, I'm going to have children.
So-
if I have the children and we cannot take care of the children.
I think you're taking it out of context
Definitely.
because you see, we are discussing the Russian guy issue. So
Well, yeah, it
Well,
was not
well,
about children.
so
It was
you-
about
so you're
kupelekwa
justifying
out, maybe.
No, because of soft
I am
life, you are
not.
justifying that whatever
That's
the women
true. No,
did was
whatever.
right.
No, I'm not justifying whatever the women did is right. What I'm trying to say is I think we should question a little deeper. For me, from what I saw those things, and everyone even as if we were shaming the women, I feel like this is less to do with about men in general, about their husband, and more to do about the women themselves. Because if my husband has a car and I'm going to use that car to go to this other man, it is not about my husband. It is what I felt I want in this moment. We could say that was me thinking about myself and not the context of I am in this relationship or in a marriage that I committed to. But this is something to do with their women. We can shame women and say what you did is wrong or right, but this has to do with the women themselves. It could be this was, he was fun. Alinishika mkono, akanizungusha hivi. Is it silly? It is very silly. It is very silly to everyone else. But to her in that moment, she felt like, yay! Is it to say that those are low standards? Well, if you're the one setting the standards, you'll say those are very low. But to her, those are the standards that she wanted. And all of us are running to shame them. Yes,
No,
in
but
society, it's wrong.
Would the case been different if this man wasn't a foreigner? Would she run and, ashikwe mkono na another African man who is broke, amzungushe? Would the reaction be the same? We will
never find out.
I don't agree at all.
So you're trying to say if a broke man, well, of course, if you're a broke man, you do not have even the courage to do that unless you're very...
You've never met us broke men. We will show you shake them. We will be there.
But we've also seen broke men who go around having multiple women. Even though hawana meta glasses za kurecord, but they still do the same.
Yeah.
And women really fall for it.
Yeah.
Is it that the women are bad because finally I am interested in this guy? Come on. Also the women do feel things. So they feel good in that moment and they get into that without doing due diligence.
Without even thinking about the consequences that come with it.
Yes, so I think for me, I would say one, maybe the social media thing. I think this thing, like I was saying, it was really magnified, right? Because if you look at it, we even the conversation that we are having here is like women are doing this, but I'm pretty sure even those that I would say victims of the Russian guy, if you got an opportunity to talk to them, you'll find that each one of them has their own reasons as to why they are to the Russian guy.
Yes.
Totally different, right? So I think maybe the conversation should be, does it mean that our social morals are dropping?
Yeah.
I think those needs to be the questions. And what is the, like he's saying, what are the metrics to measure, to measure the social morality? Right, that's there. Because one, and that's why I was saying, I was partly agreeing with you when you were saying, are Kenyan women now cheap? You see, remember, kitambo we used to katia. Unakatia anaingia box. But then, she will not give it to you on the first date. And that was a metric. Put that if you give it to a guy on the first date,
you appear to be cheap.
But you see, then the metric was an imposed one, because I'm sure for women, if they did not have that internalized shame, if I give it on the first day, I will be cheap. Trust you me, some would.
And it's still even the same reason why you'll katia and then the girl just knows like, I'm into this guy's. Mi nimeshaingia box, but they'll be like, left, right, corner, left, west. They're just trying to be like, you know what? I'm trying to increase the time so that you see that I wasn't that easy, right? So I think for me now it's a conversation of looking it deeply in terms of our morals. And you know, when you're talking about morals, let's agree that you cannot, when you have a single lady and a married lady, there's no way you can put them on the same
matrix, definitely.
Yeah, so I think those are some of the things that we need to be looking at. And then unfortunately in this is like we are saying, we had a high number of married women.
So what is happening in those marriages?
Mean in the marriages? What is actually happening in the marriages?
Yes.
And that's why I said previously that most of us women are materialistic. You know, like the kind of a man that you're married to, the life that he can offer you, or the life that you can build together. But you also want more, and you don't want to work hard to get it the right way. Yeah, that's why when maybe you see someone with money, do you know, even nowadays, prostitution is not like the way you used to see in the street at people just standing there. People are working, but they have a man who pays for my rent, for example. Is it that not prostitution? If I'm giving him my body for him to pay my rent, what do you call that?
For me, I first find that problematic because I've heard of women cheat, and with poor guys, and they're married to very rich men.
Yeah.
When a woman cheats, it's not just because they are not satisfied with the material things in the house. In fact, most women who cheat are the women who have almost everything in the house materially, but they still go outside. There is something deeper than just materials when it's a married woman cheating. Well, when it's singles, you could say maybe it's because I do not have someone to take care of me. But when it's in the marriage, there are people who enjoy the whatever of providence. The man is bringing the things that he's supposed to bring. He's holding his duty vizuri. But the woman still goes out and cheats. And also the man also goes out and cheats.
But you see, in this situation, you as a woman, you already know that this man is not emotionally satisfying me. But you're with this man because of what he can offer you. The materialistic things, because if it wasn't the case, you would go out there.
I probably have children.
These children, oh my God, children are not the reason why you should stay in a unfunctional relationship. You know you're not in love, but you're sticking to it.
There's something
and now you're cheating outside.
Also, men stay in loveless marriages.
So there's something that we say, you see when we go to marriage...
Like, even men stay in loveless marriages.
You see when we go to marriage...
Yeah.
I think marriage is an upgrade of a relationship, right? And I think there are things that you see when you're still dating. that you'll be like, inaweza vumilia, right?
Yeah.
But I think for me, I would say the reality is, I think you just need to have your own, kila mtu akona kitu yenye huwa anapenda. And I think vile amesema, you might find that a woman has everything, right? That is materialistic.
What money can buy.
And that's why we men say, I'd rather be the Minister of Home Affairs than the Minister of Finance. Meaning that...
Very wise.
There are two things.
Yeah, it's a wise
either
position.
I'm the one providing and then someone is enjoying the cake, right? Because sisi tukikaa kama wanaume tunasemanga ni vitu mbili. And that's why tunasemanga, one, afadhali demo akupende kuliko wewe umpende.
Wakupendwa ndio utakuwa unagongewa.
Wewe ukipenda mazee utagoe kugongewa, mazee unaweza kuwa constant.
Wanasema mwanamke hapendi mwanamke ana reciprocate. So mwanamke anakupenda jamani, inamaanisha ni wewe ndio umempenda kwanza.
And you see, even in reciprocation, that is why a woman will reciprocate because I'm providing. Right? That's why she's reciprocating, because I am providing.
So anaamua kukupenda
kwa
sababu ya pesa yako.
Hii sinitoke.
Pesa yako ni pesa yako ina entice mapenzi.
Hiyo ndio ina nourish mapenzi.
Alafu on this other side, if you're the Minister of Home Affairs, it's because if you're the Minister of Home Affairs, because you are getting her where she wants to. You see, you are getting her there. That is why you should be like, he's broke, but I'm gonna stay here because this is what I'm getting. So reciprocation is still there.
Because are we living like kind of a life? Because sasa, like I'm not happy here, but I'm here.
Me, I feel we are. This is my analysis of marriages and even relationships. I feel we are living a lie, and vile ilikuwa ikihappen kitambo. I'm not saying that was the best, but there are things that used to happen, and they will be let happen, and no one will even mention them and talk about them. But siku hizi we are like, no, that's a no. And it's rightly so. But still, because now we are in that very rigid system like this, now we are all not happy. We are all living, well, not all. Kuna watu wenye wana enjoy really very good relationships and marriages, yes. But many people are. But ukiuliza, they'll say, no, this is not a lie for me. I already know what this is for me. So also you don't know.
I think in social media, you see right now there's a lot of competition and branding. And I think most of us, we want to live there. And hence, we are not really ready for the process. You see, we are not ready for the process because I think it requires a lot of sacrifices. You see, when we want us to build a fortune, we cannot be going out for expensive dates every weekend.
But I want to post so that my girls can see
you
that
see,
I'm being loved.
But simply because Furaha is being taken and she's posting that, and Janet will be like, we are co-hosting.
Alafu mwingine anasema if he wanted to, he would.
Yeah, if he wanted to. But you know the financial muscle of your man. You know he doesn't have the muscle to treat you like that. So you accept. This is the man that you are with. So be comfortable. This is the bed that you accepted to lie on it. So
I feel like, well, yes, there is that. But I also feel like when a woman loves a man, they really do understand their person. They understand mfuko ya huyo jamaa. And sometimes, and this is something that I've been saying, that sometimes men impose also pressure on themselves just to please their women at the expense of themselves. Well, I have seen that happen. That because you're my woman, I want to give you the best. And I do understand you want to give me the best. But right now, the best that you're giving me, I'm also seeing how unsustainable that is. And honestly, for me, I'll be like, if this goes long term and this is how you'll be running things, this is not a place that I want to be in because of how you're doing things. There is just buy kachiri, go sit with your woman and pick a story with your woman. What happened to picnics? What happened to just walking? What happened to the small silly things that people used to do? But no, siku hizi kila mtu akitaka kwenda out ni lazima aonekane amenywa kikombe cha coffee. As much as sisi women we love that, also kuna wengine wanasema if women you don't ask your man for money and then the man should leave you because you will make the man poor. Now he will not work hard to get more money to please you. So you see, and I don't understand because also wewe pia ukiwa unajua mtu wako, you know there are things that aelewa. By the way, kwa hii relationship mwaka mmoja tunachangia hii trip na tunaenda mahali fulani and everyone is happy. So hizo ziko kweli standard, but mkirudi ndani ya nyumba kila mtu anafanya kitu yake ndani ya nyumba. So
I think on this one I would say it depends on the two, but also we cannot run away from the pressure that is there. I think what is there right now is the pressure, like I want to be posting this because it's happening and this, and you find that is why most of us are right now actually living fake life.
Yeah.
Fake life because I want to live a life that I cannot sustain. And because I want to live that life, then I'm forced to get into other things to sustain this life. And when it comes to relationships, I think I agree that men are sometimes actually put themselves under pressure, and not really, when I talked of competition, doesn't mean that it's just the woman who is saying do this for me. But you see, there's that other aspect of a man feeling inferior. You see, for example, here I exist, and then one of you is my girlfriend, and also probably the person that I'm dating, we are friends. You get? So unapata sisi tunashinda tukienda kama double dates. But in the double dates means that maybe our financial capacity and situation is not the same.
Yeah.
You get? So you might find that sometimes one of us who is not in that position will be trying to do things simply because probably if Asuri is doing it, then I also need to do this to my woman. Then that means that now if whatever she's saying, if you're a woman who really understands your man, then how do you slow down your man? How do you make that person understand, like, you know what? You see, also sometimes it's until you show the man that, you know what, I am comfortable with you the way you are. Do not pressure. But if I keep pressuring you, keep taking. Me, I will know that, I have to sustain this.
But why would you come to me in the first place, not the way you are? Me, I have a problem with people not being authentic. I think the biggest thing of all is people are no longer real with each other because of we want to preserve ourselves. We fear.
Are pleasers. They want to give you the impression, right?
Please me in the ways that you can.
Let me not speak for you. You're here.
Ule ukweli that when we start a relationship, when we are wooing a lady, it's actually a campaign period. And mostly,
some local politicians.
Yeah, and mostly, you see, as much as we are trying to run away from, a woman would always look at what's your vision. Yeah. Like, where do you plan to be taking yourself? If there is a woman who is looking at the future, right? And then you'll find someone who will be looking at what can you provide me with now. You see? And then when you're coming, I don't know if you're for the future or for now. And so the easiest is because because I cannot take you to the future, I have to present the now.
The now.
You get? And now if I present the now, and now you move me with the now, and that's where we find ourselves in situations of, because also one thing that you don't know is this aspect of men getting intimidated with how beautiful a lady is. And this is where the problem is. Most men think that a lady who is cute, who is beautiful, is costly to maintain. You get? So that is why sometimes you'll be dating a cute lady. Wewe mwenyewe unajua tu huyo ni wakachiri. Huyo unajua nataka tu ile in 3 months na msurprise na tao anaenda anasongwa. But you see outside there. No, you see.
I was about to say that is an injustice to cute ladies, but wewe unachoma.
What you already
Say kuna which hairstyle inakosa
lions matuta zieke gel.
It's not nene Abuja ama nishikamu ama whatever those was.
But Abuja is
left to
not
the chat.
You see, and those are the things that you see. That one is what will now make a man be like, umdema kona lipstick. You see, cheki saa. So by the time na kuapproach I'm like hapa mazee alafu ati nimseme nampeleka kibandaski first date hata hizi kama. So now after that is if it's something genuine, I think it's just, and I think that is where we fail in terms of having those conversations.
Yeah.
Right? In terms of having those conversations, in terms of, you see, there's those conversations that you try to get to understand someone na nini. So mimi kama nilikupeleka, ni mara ya kwanza nilingangana nikakupeleka seafront. So napiga hesabu, najua hiyo leo sina doya seafront, but kwa baya tunaweza survive. Right? But because nilikuanzisha na seafront, I'm like, sasa huyu mdemu nikimpeleka kwa baya itakuwaje?
But can you ask nakupeleka kwa baya? Like, can you ask when you're catering msichana, can you openly have that conversation and tell them, by the way, leo nataka kupeleka kwa baya, and if she decides to leave, then you already know upfront she's not your person. And if she says, wait, hata in fact tusiende kwa baya, tununue kaimati pale, tuende beach. Then that way you know in advance, then ujikie pressure. 5 days in.
If before we voted in Ruto told us that I would increase taxes, how many of us would have voted?
No one, definitely.
No, how many of us would have voted?
I think also as women, we like to be lied to, I think.
Well, not me.
Yeah, so majority.
Well, here's the thing. I feel there are many assumptions between men and women. Me, I assume as a woman, the way you come to me, you are your authentic self. You, the man, assumes on the other hand, that huyu nikienda vile niko, by the way hata nikubali. Unaona? So already the way relationships start are usually wrong. Many relationships start wrong like that. If we can always just be real with each other. Because the worst, well, of course, sijui how rejection feel to men. Because mimi usema the worst someone can say is no. And if they say that, then you walk away and you have time to go katia someone else.
Chocha huko na nini, alafu unakuja unanipiga no. Wacha ni campaign. Wacha ni campaign. Hiyo story tutajulia huko mbele kwa ballot. Tutajulia kwa ballot.
Okay.
That is interesting. So, do you have any closing remarks before we end the episode? Because this was very interesting.
Yeah, it was, but I kind of feel conversation haikuisha. Me, my take home point is this. Kuko na a lot of rot that is ongoing in the relationship scene and the dating scene. Yeah. And I feel it's because most people do not want to be seen the way they are. People are really trying to avoid being authentic with each other for whatever reasons. Zenye kweli tunaona backlash happen to those things. So kila mtu ameenda kujipreserve. So it's even hard to have authentic conversations and to really own and be accountable and say ni kweli hapa nilikosea. And it's high time that we start being authentic because sasa kila mtu yuko plastic. Tuna survive aje in a plastic world. Yeah.
I think for me, my parting shot will be everyone has the freedom to date who they want. That is key. And but I think for me, then someone's value should not be actually derived from their pocket. And I think that is where the whole issue is coming in. And like I said, I don't think Kenyan men, by the issue of the Russian guy, we felt jealous. We didn't feel jealous. But I think there was that aspect of feeling that there's a bit of downgrading of the local man. Yeah. And I think that is what actually made a lot of men actually angry and disappointed. We weren't jealous because remember, some of us, these women are our sisters, are our mothers, our aunts, right? So we just felt like, even from how the guy was approaching them to the end,
that's not our culture.
That's not how it's supposed to be.
That's not our women.
Right? Yeah, and I think the last thing for me is that there's a lot of pretense. Like just what she's saying. I think there's too much pressure. We need to stop consuming a lot of things from the social media and actually come back to to reality. And also, in this context, we really shouldn't be making this a Kenyan woman, because I think we have more women that were not part of this. And I know even there were some women who said no, right? But this was never discussed about. So I think we should have shown both sides of the coin. Yeah.
And that one I do agree.
Okay. My closing remarks would be in the whole story, the Russian story, I feel like as women, we were made to feel like we have no standards, we have no values, we don't self-respect ourselves. But that is just, we were actually judged by a small majority, the women that were just shown in the video. And I believe that a majority of us have, self-respect. We respect ourselves, we hold ourselves in high regard, and we value ourselves. And on the same breath, I understand why, like, a majority of the women came out to defend our fellow women, because we felt attacked. And I also agree that whatever this Russian man did, which is, shooting them videos without their consent and also posting them on the social media, that was wrong. It was criminal. But what I feel, what my anger actually is on the part that as a society, we are trying to protect, instead of actually seeing maybe this Russian man just exposed the rot that is in our society. And instead of finding someone to pin the blame on, why don't we address the issues that clearly appeared here? We saw that a lot of married women actually left their marriages or their husbands to go and be with the Russian man. So I think there's a problem that we need to, instead of pointing fingers at each other, because I felt like the men were blaming us and us, we are protecting ourselves. I don't know what happened. All that, but we need to call out the bad behavior, and as women talk about it. Yes, that's all I'm going to say. Guys, we have come to the end of this episode, and we would like to hear from you in the comment section. Please leave your comments, like and share, and you can also interact with us on all social media platforms, that is on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at The Love Corner Show. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kaluki, and on Facebook at Janet Kaluki.
And Furaha Hesketh across all social media platforms.
Hello, guest.
You're
not on social media? Utaki follow us?
Sorry, Disozo. Yeah.
Oh, okay, guys. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.